The president has been very clear that he's going to take the action necessary to secure the city of Washington for the people who live here, for all the American people and all who visit here. It's our capital city. It is more violent than Baghdad. It is more violent than parts of Ethiopia, parts of many of the most dangerous places in the world. It's really shocking if you actually look at the graph that has been shown comparing parts of some of the most dangerous failed states in the world compared to D.C. D.C. is more violent, and so he's going to do what's necessary to make sure our nation's capital is safe for all Americans.
Are you considering taking over the D.C. police? Is that an option on the table?
We're considering it, yeah, because the crime is ridiculous. I could show you a chart comparing D.C. to other locations, and you're not going to want to see what it looks like. It was just up on television, actually, they were showing it. Now, we want to have a great, safe capital, and we're going to have it. And that includes cleanliness and it includes other things. We have a capital that's very unsafe. You know, we just almost lost a young man, beautiful, handsome guy that got the hell knocked out of him the night before last. And I'm going to call him now. We wanted to give him a little recovery time. We just put a call into him. They're calling back in a little while, but he went through a bad situation, to put it mildly, and there's too much of it. We're gonna do something about it. So whether you call it federalized or what, and that also includes the graffiti that you see, the papers all over the place, the roads that are in bad shape, the medians that are falling down, the median in between roads that's falling down. We're going to beautify the city. We're going to make it beautiful. And what a shame. The rate of crime, the rate of muggings, killings, and everything else, we're not going to let it. And that includes bringing in the National Guard, maybe very quickly, too.
And do you want Congress to look at overturning the D.C. Home Rule Act?
We're going to look at that. In fact, the lawyers are already studying it. We have to run D.C. This has to be the best-run place in the country, not the worst-run place in the country. And it has so much potential, and we're going to take care of it. You're going to be safe. You're going to be safe walking down streets. You're not going to get mugged.
Now, in the wake of a former DOGE worker being beaten by gang members on the streets of Washington, D.C., Donald Trump has indicated that he is considering taking control of the district to stamp out crime. He said that he's considering using the National Guard. Take a listen.
Look at that. In fact, the lawyers are already studying it. We have to run D.C. This has to be the best run place in the country, not the worst run place in the country. And it has so much potential, and we're going to take care of it. You're going to be safe. You're going to be safe walking down streets. You're not going to get mugged.
CJ, what are your thoughts on this?
You know, I spent a lot of time in Washington, D.C., so I got to say thank you to President Trump for prioritizing making sure that our nation's capital is not another third world country. But of course, under Democrat leadership like Mayor Muriel Bowser, we've seen it decline into that. And so I think, of course, America's national capital should, of course, be a shining city on a hill, just like our country ought to be. And every thug, every so-called youth that wants to torment folks on our streets, they should be held accountable, put in prison, the key thrown away, because that's the only way we are going to solve this problem.
Look, as we know, Donald Trump gets a pretty hard time from the media. Some of the criticism, I'm sure, is absolutely fair, but I don't think he gets enough credit for the humour that he brings to the job. Here is the 79-year-old president on the roof of the White House taking questions from reporters.
Are you considering more renovations, sir?
Are you going to build up
Aye,
there?
sir.
There is no one else like him.
We don't deserve him, to be quite frank with you, right? We went from a president who struggled to walk up the stairs to Air Force One to a president who's now taking questions from the roof of the White House just for fun. It's incredible to see, and it's a reminder of the fact that it is night and day in America right now. And to be quite frank, it's morning in America right now. I think for a long time we didn't have this experience, and I think the American people welcome a president with the energy and the passion and zeal to deliver for the American people and to implement his America First agenda.
For sure. Now, construction for a new ballroom inside the White House is set to begin in September. It's going to seat more than 600 people, and it means that they won't need to put up a tent when they host state dinners and other functions. But Chuck Schumer, well, he's against it.
The White House announced construction of a $200 million White House ballroom that will begin in September. A $200 million ballroom. Where'd this money come from? Did Congress appropriate it? I don't think so. It's almost like DOGE was never about waste at all.
President Trump and other donors have generously committed to donating the funds necessary to build this approximately $200 million structure.
That's right. The $200 million ballroom will be covered by Donald Trump and other donors. And Trump also doesn't get enough credit for donating his entire presidential salary.
No, not at all. And, I would tell Chuck Schumer to put his money where his mouth is, but his money simply isn't as long as President Trump's. This is a president who is, if he wants to improve the White House, he has said long and has long held this fact that he will actually foot the bill himself. He's donated his presidential salary, as you noted, to the White House Historical Association. This is a man who absolutely just does as he says. And I understand that's rare in Washington, but it's not rare in Donald Trump's White House.